Welcome back to the Nacho Kids Podcast.
What's up, folks?
We are at the beach.
Yep, we are live on location.
And David and I each found a shark's tooth for the first time.
I know. We're just walking down the beach, minding our own business. Found a shark's tooth. Pretty cool.
Actually, I found two, but I lost one of them by the time we came back.
Yep. So she can't prove it, so it didn't happen.
It did happen.
Nope.
All right, so let's talk about a few things.
All right.
The book. The Nacho Kids book.
Finally.
Is coming out on Stepfamily Day, which is September the 16th of this year.
I know. I'm looking forward to it. I think a lot of people are looking forward to it.
Yep.
Because you've been talking about a book for 23 years.
23 years, yeah. Also, we have reached over 1 million podcast downloads.
Oh, wow. You didn't tell me that.
I was surprising you.
You did. Wow.
Yep.
1 million podcast downloads.
Over 1 million.
Nice. That deserves some ice cream.
You always want ice cream. So I figured today would be a good time to talk about vacations.
Yeah, since we're on one.
All right. My belly is so full. We just got through eating. So I'm dragging. So David, lead us off.
Well, in a step family, some of the challenges that we had on vacations, now you have to remember, we had 5 boys. All 5 of them wanted to do something different. They wanted to eat somewhere different. They wanted to go do something different. It was a challenge. Mm-hmm. And because we had 5, every time we went to do anything, it cost a fortune.
Yeah, like back in the day, putt-putt or mini golf would cost us over $100. I can't imagine what it would be today.
Oh, it'd be twice that, easily.
Yeah, easily.
And the fun part about it was, and when I say fun, I don't mean fun, we would get finished playing like putt-putt or mini golf, whichever you want to call it. We would get finished, and then the kids would be like, okay, what's next? And we're like, wait a minute, we just spent like a whole day's worth of money doing this. And we have to go out to eat somewhere. And I don't know if you know this, but in a lot of places, if you've got more than like 4 or 5 people, it's like automatic gratuity. And it's hard to seat people because most places don't seat 7 people. They'll have seats for 4. It was always logistically challenging. It was financially challenging. There were some trips that were traumatizing. Like literally people, like the kids, did not want to go on vacation again because everybody was so miserable.
Yep, that is true. We learned that we could not stay at people's places that we knew because the kids, sure enough, would break something.
Yeah.
Like within the first 10 minutes.
Yep. Well, we also learned that it was better to shorten the stay.
Yeah, so like 3 days was good.
Yeah, initially we would try to vacation for a week or, at least 5 days. But it was a lot easier on everybody if we shortened that down to 3 to 4 days. And we could get everything in. There was not a lot of downtime when we were trying to vacation for 6 or 7 days. We would do something one day and then kind of not do something the next. And then we'd do something that day and then not do something the next. And so there was all this downtime. And I think that's where a lot of problems crept in because the kids always wanted to be doing something.
Well, especially one of your kids, and he's still that way today.
He sure is.
He has got to be doing something. He cannot just sit around and chit-chat. He's got to be doing something.
Yeah. So we would do that. The other thing we would do is, for example, we would try to give everybody a say in what we did. So pick what you want to do. Some kid would be like, oh, I want to go bowling. Another one would be like, I want to go play mini golf. We would let them pick, and then we would see if we could do, at least one of each of their choices while we were gone on vacation. That way, everybody got to do at least one thing they wanted to do. And if, for example, if Jackson said, well, I don't want to go play mini golf, he knew that if he just suffered through that, we would do what he wanted to do on another day.
Or if he really didn't want to go, rather than him making it miserable for everybody, I would just stay with him.
Yeah, we would do that too. So it's completely fine if Lori wants to go to do something with her kid and none of my kids want to go. Or if I want to go to do something with my kids and Jackson doesn't want to go. That was something that we had no problems doing. Divide and conquer.
Yeah. Or even if, 3 of your kids wanted to do something and one didn't, I'd be like, I'll stay with them.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, because the last thing you want is to force a kid to do something they don't want to do, and then they make everybody else miserable.
Yep. I remember one time at the beach, we carried all this crap down to the beach. I mean, we looked like pack mules. Because for 5 kids carrying buckets and little skimmy boards, whatever they're called, and all this stuff. And we get down there, the kids run out in the water, run straight back and say, okay, we're ready to go back inside, go back into the pool.
Yeah, let's go out to the pool. We're like,
no,
no, we're not. We just spent 45 minutes lugging all this stuff down here and getting it set up. We are not going back to the pool.
Mm-hmm. You are going to stay down here at least an hour.
Yep.
And 2, we learned that when you go on vacations, everybody needs ear pods or earphones or headphones or whatever you call them, and their own little device to keep them busy.
Mm-hmm.
Because there was nothing worse than driving 4 hours or whatever and the kids fighting.
Yeah. Yeah. So we learned, give them something to do, allow them to have some say-so in what happens. And
we also learned not to ask them what they wanted for dinner because they would never agree. So we would just tell them where we're going.
Yeah, that was definitely one thing we didn't do because, that caused problems for us for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I think the biggest takeaway really was the flexibility piece of it. Like, be flexible. You don't have to have everything completely planned out from A to Z every minute of the day. Understand that something's going to go wrong. Somebody's not going to want to go do something. Somebody might get sick. Who knows?
Understand that your kids do not consider you laying on the couch a vacation.
Yeah. That's, I don't know about most people, but for me, going on vacation with the kids was not really like a vacation. It was more of a vacation for them. It wasn't for me.
Mm-hmm.
Our vacation consists of, all right, let's not do all the things that we have responsibilities doing during a normal week. Like, let's not have to deal with dishes and laundry and cleaning the house and all this kind of stuff. You stay somewhere where you can leave and then housekeeping comes in, they do all that.
All right, let's jump off the topic for a second and go to a different topic about summer. I've seen in the Facebook group where some step parents are being expected to watch their stepkids for the summer while their partner works because the step parent works from home.
Okay.
Thoughts?
Yeah, I have a lot of them. First of all, the whole work from home thing, for some reason, people don't often keep in mind that it is working. You're at home, but you're at work. And you need to be focused on work. You're not focused on working and watching kids. So that might not be true for everybody, but for most people I know, including myself, when I am working and I'm home, I am focused 100% on working. I don't have time for other responsibilities. It's not, while you're home, take the trash out, do the dishes, feed the dogs. Some people could do that maybe, but if you're working from home, your employer probably expects you to be working from home. But I also say it shouldn't be expected. If the kids need to go to some other type of childcare situation, whether it's a daycare or a grandparent or maybe the other parent.
Or camp.
Or, summer camp. We've done all those. You've got to figure out what that looks like. I know logistically it may make sense. Like, Laura, you're already home and you're working from home.
And it would save us $500.
Yeah, logistically it makes sense for you to watch all the kids. But that's not the only thing to consider. The logistics piece of it is not everything that has to be considered in that decision.
Well, I know a lot of people will say it depends on the age of the kids, which I agree. But if you have two 13-year-olds, yes, they can fix themselves a sandwich, but they also fight. And you can't just ignore them fighting. And what if you're on a call and they're screaming at each other and throwing stuff? Right?
Yeah. Well, you still have a level of responsibility. Even if they're 13 and they're staying home.
Or 17.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You're like, I'm expected to be responsible for these kids.
To be the adult in the home.
Right. And I can't do that and focus on my work at the same time. Right. So this is where you and your significant other need to sit down and have this conversation. Like, is this reasonable that you can do this? Do you want to do this? Or do you have a good enough relationship with the stepkids where you could do this? Or are you putting a target on your back by trying to, quote unquote, help out?
Right. If you already have cameras in the house because of the accusations from the stepkids, you 100% need to tell your partner that you do not need to be responsible for their children.
No. And they shouldn't expect you to be.
Right. Now, again, we know a lot of people will say, well, it doesn't make sense for us to spend, $2,000 a month for little Johnny to go to summer camp when you're here all day and you can keep an eye on him. Well, if it's that simple, take him to work with you. Right?
Yeah. I mean, it boils down to what are your options. And just because somebody's working from home doesn't automatically make that an option.
Well, even if they're a stay-at-home parent, they may not want that responsibility of dealing with that child all summer.
Right.
They may have plans that they want to take their kid somewhere to hang out with one of their friends, like play dates with their friends. And then all of a sudden you've got this other kid that's going to complain and not want to go, and it's going to cause issues. Mm-hmm. Maybe an option is I can watch your kid 2 days a week. You need to find care for them 3 days a week. Maybe that's a compromise.
Yep.
With us, me watching your kids all day long at one point in time would have been a no.
No, I wouldn't even have asked.
No, it'd have been a no way, Jose.
Nope.
No. No. Mm-mm.
Yep. And for us, we had, my parents lived close by. And so I leaned on them. Like, I need you to pick them up from school, or I need you to keep them for a couple of hours until I get home, or whatever the case might be. And that's what we had to do.
Mm-hmm. Thank goodness they live close.
Yeah. But if they didn't, even there in the summertime, we paid, a high school or college age person to come over and watch them a number of times. And guess what? I was working from home. And we still had somebody come over and keep an eye on them.
Yep. And I even paid one of your kids to watch Jackson, which really it was just to make sure the other brothers didn't beat him up.
Yeah. So I know, gosh, I can think of at least 2, maybe 3 different girls that were high school or college age that came over during the summertime and helped. Mm-hmm. So, and that's what we did. And again, logistics wise, I was home. I was there. I could, quote unquote, have watched all the kids, but it just didn't make any sense to do that. We had to have help to do that.
Well, and the kids knew to go to the babysitter if they needed anything rather than disturb you.
Yeah. So it just boils down to what are your options, what makes sense, what's not going to cause problems now and later.
Well, and a lot of people are going to say, well, my husband's perspective or my partner's perspective is that it would solve everything if I would just shut up and do it.
I don't think that's true. Solving everything? No. It might solve the daycare problem, but it's going to cause other issues.
Right.
So solving the daycare problem, but yet causing so much stress and strife in every other area of your family life makes no sense.
And resentment and everything else.
Yeah.
And even if you don't have to do anything for the kid, say you don't have to do anything. They're old enough to do make their breakfast, make their lunch, whatever. Somebody's still got to clean up after them youngins. Is your partner going to do it when they get home?
Yep.
Or are they going to expect you to do it because you were home all day? Working from home, quote, quote.
Yeah. Again, have a conversation. Lay down the boundaries and the expectations. This is what do you expect?
And you don't have to do it in a hateful manner. A lot of times, a simple, honey, this isn't going to work for me.
Yeah. What are our other options?
Yep, is a lot better than, I ain't watching your kids.
And really, oftentimes people won't even think about other options unless they're forced to. Mm-hmm. And people can come up with some great solutions, but if they don't have to think about those solutions, they're not going to come up with it. It's just the first solution is you're home, you should watch them. And so you have to kind of, okay, let's turn this around. Let's just say that's not an option. What are our other options? And if you come up with 2 or 3, then maybe keep asking the question. All right, here's 2 or 3. What are some other options?
Right.
And just keep going until you find some. And you may have to have like a primary option, a secondary option, and a tertiary option.
So what?
Tertiary.
Churchiary?
No, not churchiary.
Like thirdly?
Yes.
Thirder?
Yeah, thirdly. Tertiary.
Tertiary.
All right, folks.
Is that not right?
Tertiary.
Tertiary. Tertituary?
Thirdly.
Thirdly.
A third option.
A third option. Okay, so talk about like with your parents. What if they would not have been an option? Well, they weren't at one point.
No.
So we put them in a school daycare type program.
Yep. Yeah, I don't remember what it was called, but basically like a summer camp kind of thing. School.
And that's what was hard with us too, is we had to pay for the whole summer, even if your kids only went every other week.
Yeah. And I mean, even if the ex could watch them, she would say, this is your week, you figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
And
well, we never.
Right. Some
asked.
people maybe could do that. That's another thing. Ask the question. Is it an option that the other parent, if they're available, can do that?
Right. Is the other bio parent an option?
Yeah. I mean, that's one of the things that drives me crazy when I see people say their other parent is available and can watch them and just refuses to.
A lot of that's perception, though.
Yeah, it could be.
Because it could be the other parent works from home. So they think they're not really working, too.
Right. Yeah. That's true.
Yeah. All right.
Anything else you want to talk about while we're on vacation?
No, I don't. I'm full. I'm tired. I'm enjoying our vacation. I don't have to deal with the dogs. I don't have to.
She hasn't cooked. She hasn't cleaned.
Oh, it's been heaven.
Not that she cooks at home, but she hasn't done anything.
I do cook at home.
All right. So we're not going to have a video on this one, and you wouldn't want to see us now anyway because we look like we're on vacation. But I am interested in what's working and has worked for you for vacations. So go to wherever you listen to the podcast or go to YouTube. Even though the video is not going to be there, there'll still be something there. And just leave a comment about what you see working for you so other step parents can learn what's working for other step parents.
And I strongly suggest, instead of taking a week-long or even 5-day vacation with your kids, take 3 days off from work, 2 or 3 days. So that way it's a 4 or 5 day trip total. Save those other 2 or 3 days for you and your partner to go on vacation.
To recover when you get back.
To recover. Even if you just stay home.
I know. I still feel like that. Even without the kids, I feel like I have to have like a recovery day.
Yeah.
All right, folks. That's our show for today. Thanks for listening. Be sure to join us again next week. And remember, life is good
When you nacho.